After 6 o'clock p.m. time to give shout out, it's 6:20 p.m.
Sugar boom boom, I'm chasing dragons. This dragon's got my hand. Sugar boom boom, I'm robbing people, but I'm an honest man.
Let me tell you straight up, homie, this story's not rehearsed. Done my share of drogas, but we.
Sugar boom boom, I'm chasing dragons. This dragon's got my hand. Sugar boom boom, I'm robbing people, but I'm an honest man.
What's up, Facebook? How y'all doing? All right, here we go. Hello! West Alameda! It's after 6 o'clock. Time to give a shout out. Thank you to all the frontline essential workers, to the doctors, the nurses, the longshoremen, the bus drivers, the truck drivers, the farm workers, those who work in the stores, those who work in the restaurants, the hotels, the postal employees, counselors, the teachers, the parents. So please, you hear my voice, clap your hands, honk your horns, shout, make some noise. Frontline workers, thank you. Yeah. All right, I hear you, neighbors. What's up, Ed Nash? What's up, Austin? How y'all doing? All right. I hope everybody's doing good. Hope you had a good day today. So, thank you for coming on up here with me. What's happening with everybody? Anyway, come over here and do this. Here we go. Today is day 447 since April 1st, 2020. This is the 447th day that I have been doing this shout out. And according to the Coronavirus Pandemic Live on YouTube, as of 5 o'clock p.m., 3,892,846 throughout the world. And here in the United States, 617,443. And this is what it was yesterday in the black. 3,885,918 throughout the world. 617,435 in the United States. And this is what it was last year in April 2020. 263,000 throughout the world and 73,000 in the United States. So, hey, y'all, prayers and thoughts. The prayers and thoughts for all the victims of coronavirus. Okay? And, please keep them in your prayers and your thoughts. I'd also like to ask all of you to keep in your memory or to remember all those who were killed by thugs, drug dealers, the Ku Klux Klan, the Nazis, the police, the gangbangers, the rebels, vigilantes, road rage, the FBI, the co-workers, terrorists, domestic violence, ethnic genocide, white supremacists, people who die because of somebody else's stupidity in action, like joyriding, being drunk, being high, and just, end up killing somebody who was innocent. They just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. Or, people even get killed by stray bullets. They're not even involved in what's going on, and they get killed. So, ask all of you.
Sugar boom boom, I'm chasing dragons. This dragon's got my hand. Sugar boom.
After 6 o'clock p.m. time to give shout out, it's 6:25 p.m.
So just, just keeping your prayers and your thoughts and and just remember all of those who have died. Also, I want to say the name Ronald Green, murdered by the Louisiana State Police on May 10th, 2019. All right, birthday shout out. Today, June 21st, 2021. Happy birthday, Valerie. Happy birthday, Barbara, Amanda, Sheila. Happy birthday to all of you young ladies out there. And I hope you have a great birthday. So happy birthday to you all. On a historical birthday, Louis Taruk. Louis Taruk was born in 1913. And when the Japanese invaded the Philippines in 1941, 1942, whatever, and that's when the United States entered the war, because they bombed Pearl Harbor on December 7th, and they attacked the Philippines on December the 8th. But anyway, the United States lost, and the Japanese took Filipinos and Americans as prisoners. And the ones that didn't, who were still free, they would go to the jungles and the mountains and fight. And that's what he did. Louis Taruk was a Filipino freedom fighter, fought against the Japanese. The other thing is, Louis was also the leader of the Hukbalahap. So what happened was, once the Americans came back and they beat the Japanese and the Japanese surrendered, World War II was over, Louis was the head of the organization of the Hukbalahap, which was fighting against the Japanese. But then, and the majority of these were peasants and farmers. But once it was over, they thought they were going to get land. But the government, the Filipino government, which had been controlled by the Americans ever since 1898, 1900, during the Filipino-American War, the Americans didn't like the fact that Louis Taruk and some of the members of the Hukbalahap were communists. So there was that whole communist Cold War thing going on. Anyway, they fought against the Filipino government, who had the backing of the American government. The Filipinos did get their independence. We were given independence on July 4th by the Americans, okay? Eventually became Filipino independence on June 12th. So, Louis Taruk, actually I go by the middle name Louis is because of him, Taruk. My middle name is actually Louis, but I prefer to use Louis. Louis Taruk. Okay, so that's on the historical birthday. As you can see, I'm making this really quick because, that's just what's going on. That's how that is. What's going on today and the past? In the United States, COVID-19 deaths are below 300 per day, which, if you look at my past things up there, you can see it's really way below 300. So that's a good thing. New York, Madison Square Garden, they had the first full capacity concert since the year 2020, since they first started. Once they first started the shutdown, I guess it was back in March when they started doing the shutdown all over the country, and plus in New York, and that's what that was going on. In Alabama, 14 people are dead from the tropical storm Claudette. A lot of damage and everything else going on over there. Mississippi, June 21st, 1964, 3 civil rights workers were murdered by the Ku Klux Klan. James Chaney, Andrew Goodman, Michael Schwerner. So, these civil rights workers, one was black, and I'm assuming he was from Mississippi. The other one was white, and the other one was Jewish. And they They were out there trying to get people, African Americans, to register to vote. So you think about it, we take for granted, and it's one of the reasons why I always are so strong on the fact that we should vote. We take for granted that we have the right to go vote, which we do. But it's because of people like these guys and other people, especially particularly blacks, but there was some whites that died also trying to get us the right to vote. And when we don't vote, then those who died, it's like it was for nothing. These three guys, two of them were Northerners. They came down to Mississippi and was trying to register blacks to vote. So what the sheriff and them did was they arrested them, took them to the jailhouse, and then said, we're going to drive you out to the town or something like that. Oh, no. Then they said, okay, we're going to let you go. So they basically arrested them on some phony charge, and then they told them they could go. But when they went to leave, the Ku Klux Klan followed them. Also, one of the local deputies was part of the Ku Klux Klan. I think probably the majority of the police departments back in those days was Klan members. And they followed them until they got out of town. When they got out of town, the police put the siren on them, pulled them over, and then they had like a truckload of Ku Klux Klan members. And they went and they tortured them, killed them, shot. They did everything to these three. So you can only imagine if they did it to the white boys, you know, it was even worse what they did to the black man. All right? Then they went and buried their bodies. Because you figure, well, if there's no bodies, you can't say anybody got killed. And they were sitting up there saying they ran away, left, or whatever. But eventually they found the bodies. Like, I think one of the Klan members was an FBI informant. So that's how they end up getting that information. And they end up digging up the bodies. They brought in the Navy. They brought in the Navy to help dig up the area. And they found the bodies and everything. So... yeah, that's like I said. And them people was flying the Confederate flag back then. So this is why I ain't got no sympathy for that flag. Nothing whatsoever. Okay, hey y'all, I'm not going to stay on here too long because I am trying to learn how to not keep on talking so much. And... you know, and just keep it quick. I redid my board. Okay, the board is a lot different now. Hey, it is what it is. It was a good day. Went and saw my oldest daughter out there in Antioch. Good to see her. I missed seeing my grandson Omari because he had left, went back to college. But, you know, that is what it is. Bahala na, right? Okay, so, mabuhay. Amandla uetu. Harambe. Ashe. Jayu. Hokahe, Mahalo, Que Viva. I'm sorry, y'all. Shalom, Namaste, Assalamu alaikum, wa alaikum assalam, Insha'Allah, Wakanda forever. Hey, y'all, y'all get on here, you know, everybody stay safe, stay strong. Get vaccinated if that's your choice, and if it's not your choice, that's on you. I hear you. Anyway, I'm up out of here. Peace, one love, all that other good stuff. All right, y'all, take care of yourselves. All right.